Tired of big city chaos and dreaming of a quieter, more beautiful life? Imagine waking up in a charming town where everyone knows your name. The views are straight out of a postcard, and stress feels like a distant memory. Sound too good to be true? Think again. From mountaintop retreats to coastal gems, we're counting down the 10 most beautiful small towns to live in across the USA. Which one has the perfect blend of affordability, scenery, and quality of life? Could your future home be hiding in plain sight? Let's dive into these hidden gems that people are quietly falling in love with. Number 10. Bisbee, Arizona. Imagine living in a town where colorful hillside houses climb like Lego blocks, narrow alleys turn into staircases, and art is just as common as cacti. That's Bisbee, Arizona. Nestled in the Mule Mountains near the Mexico border, Bisbee was once a booming copper mining town. In fact, by the early 20th century, it produced over 8 billion pounds of copper. But today, it's a haven for artists, retirees, and free spirits, with a population of just under 5,000. Let's talk cost of living. Bisbee is refreshingly affordable. The median home price is around $220,000, compared to Arizona's average of $430,000, making it a hidden gem for budget-conscious dreamers. Monthly expenses like groceries and utilities are also about 15% lower than the national average. Plus, property taxes hover around $900 annually, which is a fraction of what you'd pay in bigger cities. Now, the weather. Thanks to its elevation of 5,500 feet, Bisbee enjoys 4 mild seasons. Summers average around 89 degrees Fahrenheit, but with low humidity, it's comfortable, not scorching like Phoenix. Winters are gentle, with highs in the 50s and occasional light snowfall, just enough to feel cozy without freezing. Life here moves slower in the best way. You've got quirky coffee shops, book-filled libraries, local theater, and vibrant art walks. There's also a surprisingly strong sense of safety. Bisbee's crime rate is 40% lower than the Arizona average. Plus, it's walkable, friendly, and fun. People say, hi on the street? You'll actually know your neighbors? Imagine that! If you crave character, color, and community without blowing your budget, Bisbee checks all the boxes. It's weird, it's wonderful, and it just might be the coolest little town in the desert Southwest. Number 9. Galena, Illinois. If you want to live inside a postcard, Galena is your spot. With its 19th century brick buildings, gas lamp-lit streets, and rolling hills along the Mississippi River, this town oozes charm. Galena's downtown has over 125 shops, galleries, and restaurants. Yet the population is just around 3,200, so it never feels crowded. It's like living in a Hallmark movie, but without the fake snow. Now the best part? It's surprisingly affordable. The median home price in Galena is about $230,000, way below Illinois' average of $280,000. Property taxes average around $2,800 per year, and overall cost of living is roughly 10% lower than the US average. Utilities, groceries, and gas here don't break the bank. Weather-wise, you'll get a full 4 seasons. Summers are warm, averaging 82 degrees Fahrenheit, while winters dip into the 20s with a light snow blanket perfect for cozy evenings or skiing nearby. Spring and fall bring picture-perfect views as the town blooms and glows with foliage. Galena is big on community. Locals know each other by name, and events like wine walks and parades happen year-round. The crime rate is very low, nearly 60% lower than the national average, which makes it ideal for families or retirees. And if you crave nature, it's everywhere. Just minutes from Apple River Canyon State Park or the trails along Horseshoe Mound. It's also only a 3-hour drive from Chicago, making weekend getaways or airport runs super doable. Galena combines small-town peace with rich history and natural beauty. Whether you're sipping wine at a riverside cafe or hiking through limestone bluffs, it's easy to fall in love here. If you want timeless charm and stress-free living, Galena's got your name written all over it. Number 8. Telluride, Colorado. Telluride isn't just a pretty face, it's a jaw-dropper. Surrounded by towering San Juan Mountains and set in a box canyon, this town of about 2,500 people feels like a secret paradise. But here's the twist. Despite being a former silver mining town, Telluride now shines as one of the most luxurious yet welcoming small towns in America. Let's address the elephant in the room. Price. Homes here average around $1.2 million, and rental rates often exceed $3,000 per month. It's not cheap, but what you get is unmatched. World-class skiing, low crime, and unreal views from your front porch. And the kicker? 0 stoplights and 0 fast food. That's intentional. Still, the cost is balanced by quality of life. The air's clean, the water's clear, crime rates are impressively low, about 70% below the national average. The town is walkable, bike-friendly, and full of nature lovers. Locals ski in the morning, hike in the afternoon, and catch live music at night. Weather? Gorgeous. Summers hover around 75 degrees Fahrenheit with 0 humidity, and winters? Powder heaven, averaging 300 inches of snow annually. But don't worry, it's sunny 300 days a year, so even snowy days feel cheerful. Telluride has its own regional airport and a free gondola that links it with Mountain Village. Talk about convenience and views. Groceries and dining can be pricey, but local co-ops and farmers markets help balance that out. Festivals like Telluride Film Fest and Bluegrass bring big culture to this tiny town. And because everything's local, you actually know the barista, the mayor, and maybe the town's best skier. If you want an adventurous lifestyle with nature at your doorstep and luxury in your backyard, Telluride is where your mountain dreams come true. It's exclusive, but endlessly rewarding. Number 7. Mystic, Connecticut. Mystic is like stepping into a charming New England painting. Seafaring history, white church steeples, and sailboats bobbing in the harbor. This coastal gem of about 4,200 people offers a lifestyle that's peaceful, polished, and delightfully nautical. Let's talk affordability. The median home price here sits at about $450,000, higher than the national average but reasonable by Connecticut standards. Rent for a 2-bedroom hovers around $1,800 per month. The cost of living is roughly 5% higher than the US average. But the trade-off? Pure coastal magic. Mystic gets all 4 seasons. Summers are mild and breezy with highs around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for seaside strolls and kayaking. Winters dip into the 30s with light snow, just enough to make the town look like a storybook village. Spring and fall are stunning, with blooming flowers and crisp autumn leaves framing the shoreline. Safety, top-notch. Crime rates are about 50% below the national average. Locals rave about the sense of community. Neighbors actually wave at each other, and you're never more than 5 minutes from the water. Quality of life is boosted by the town's historic downtown, full of indie bookstores, seafood joints, and boutiques. The Mystic Seaport Museum and Aquarium aren't just for tourists. They're part of the town's soul. And Boston and New York City are both under 2.5 hours away, giving you big city access without the chaos. Whether you're sipping chowder by the docks, walking the River Bends Trail, or catching a sunset cruise, life in Mystic feels calm, cultured, and impossibly scenic. If you've always dreamed of small-town living with New England charm and ocean breezes, Mystic is calling. Just bring your camera and a love for all things coastal. Number 6. Camden, Maine. Camden feels like a magical blend of mountain trails and ocean sails. With only 4,800 residents, it's the kind of place where lobster boats glide into harbor at sunrise and locals greet each other by name. Camden sits right on Penobscot Bay with the Camden Hills as a backdrop, so it's basically nature's masterpiece. The cost of living? Surprisingly reasonable for a coastal gem. The median home price is about $430,000, which is lower than nearby Bar Harbor or Portland. Rent for a 1-bedroom averages $1,300 per month, and utilities remain affordable year-round. Camden's overall cost of living is close to the national average, around 4% above, but the stunning lifestyle makes up for it. Weather here brings true seasons. Summers are cool and beautiful with highs around 78 degrees Fahrenheit, and winters are snowy but manageable, averaging about 70 inches of snow and highs in the 30s. The crisp fall foliage? Absolutely legendary. Locals say autumn in Camden looks like a painting. Crime is almost non-existent. Rates are 70% lower than the national average. So it's incredibly safe for families, retirees, or remote workers. And yes, this town has lightning-fast internet for those looking to swap city life for Zoom calls with ocean views. Camden's harborfront downtown is filled with bookstores, gourmet cafes, seafood markets, and local galleries. You can hike Mount Batty in the morning and sail in the afternoon. It's that kind of town. Locals love kayaking, biking, and even winter tobogganing at the U.S. National Toboggan Championships. Camden is scenic, serene, and soaked in salty sea air. If you're dreaming of a peaceful coastal life without sacrificing outdoor adventure or cultural charm, Camden delivers. It's the kind of place you move to for the views and stay for the community. Number 5. Blowing Rock, North Carolina. Blowing Rock is the type of mountain town that feels like it was handcrafted by a team of artists, gardeners, and storytellers. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, this charming village of just 1,300 residents blends postcard beauty with cozy small-town vibes and upscale southern hospitality. Cost of living here is quite friendly. Median home prices sit around $450,000, though quaint cottages can still be found under $350,000. Renting a one-bedroom averages about $1,100 per month, and groceries and healthcare are both 7% lower than the national average. Compared to North Carolina's beach towns, it's a mountain deal. Blowing Rock gets all 4 seasons, and each is an event. Summers stay mild, around 76 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for hiking the nearby Blue Ridge Parkway or enjoying a local art show. Winters bring a dusting of snow, around 35 inches annually, and just enough chill for fireside evenings and small-town holiday magic. It's also very safe, with crime rates 65% below the national average. You'll feel it when walking through town. People wave, dogs roam with leashes in hand, and the air smells like pine needles and biscuits. There's also great healthcare access nearby in Boone, just 8 miles away. Downtown Blowing Rock is pure charm, filled with locally owned shops, cozy inns, and bakeries serving warm cinnamon rolls. The views from the actual Blowing Rock, an ancient cliff 4,000 feet above sea level, are jaw-dropping. Plus, there's a surprising cultural scene. Art festivals, symphonies, and craft fairs make it a year-round delight. Blowing Rock is for those who want peace without isolation, community without chaos, and mountain air with a sprinkle of magic. It's got charm, character, and calm, and might just be the South's best-kept secret. Number 4, Stowe, Vermont. Stowe is where maple syrup meets ski slopes and where small-town charm meets 4-season adventure. Tucked into northern Vermont and home to just over 5,000 residents, Stowe is the kind of town where locals ski before breakfast and tourists come to see how perfect small-town life can be. Median home prices are around $525,000, but cabins and condos can still be found for under $400,000 if you shop smart. Renting averages around $1,400 per month, and despite being a tourist destination, the overall cost of living is just 5% above the U.S. average, a bargain for this kind of beauty. Winters? Legendary. Stowe Mountain Resort gets about 300 inches of snow annually, making it one of the top ski towns in America. But it's not all snow boots and ski lifts. Summers are lush, green, and mild, with average highs of 75 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for biking, hiking, and river paddling. Crime is barely a blip, 70% lower than national averages. Walk downtown, and it feels like everyone knows your name. Local shops sell everything from handmade chocolates to woolen socks, and the farmers' markets are filled with fresh produce and friendly banter. Want schools? Excellent. Healthcare? Quality facilities are nearby. Internet? Super fast, thanks to a community push for fiber optic service to support remote workers and second homeowners. Stowe also takes its culture seriously. There's a performing arts center, craft breweries, fine dining, and a sense of pride that shows in every painted porch and well-kept trail. And the fall foliage? It's not hype. It's a show-stopping masterpiece of red, orange, and gold. Stowe is for people who crave a mix of tranquility and energy, nature, and nurture. Whether you're hitting the slopes or sipping cider, life in Stowe feels like a warm hug from the mountains. Number 3, Bar Harbor, Maine. Bar Harbor is the kind of place where the ocean greets the mountains, and every corner looks like it belongs on a postcard. Located on Mount Desert Island and home to just 5,500 residents, this coastal town is the gateway to Acadia National Park, and it radiates charm, calm, and creativity. The cost of living is slightly above average, but not outrageous for a place this stunning. The median home price is around $475,000, and rents average $1,400 per month. Groceries and transportation cost about 6% more than the national average, but that's the price of daily front row views of the Atlantic Ocean and Cadillac Mountain. Bar Harbor's weather is crisp and clean. Summers are cool and breezy, averaging 75 degrees Fahrenheit, while winters can dip into the 20s with about 66 inches of snow each year. But the trade-off? A peaceful pace of life, fiery fall foliage, and fresh lobster rolls year-round. Crime is low, 60% below the national average, making it ideal for retirees, families, and remote workers. Plus, high-speed internet is solid, healthcare options are excellent, and the local school system is highly rated. Bar Harbor's downtown is filled with artisan shops, seafood restaurants, and cafes where you can sip coffee while watching sailboats drift by. It's also a haven for outdoor lovers. You can hike 150-plus miles of trails in Acadia, kayak with seals, or bike scenic carriage roads. What makes Bar Harbor truly magical is its connection to nature and community. There's no rush, no noise, just ocean waves, friendly neighbors, and a constant reminder that life can be both simple and spectacular. If you've ever dreamed of living where others vacation, Bar Harbor is your ticket to that dream. Number 2, Breckenridge, Colorado. Breckenridge isn't just a ski town, it's a lifestyle carved into the Rocky Mountains. With a population of about 5,000, this Colorado gem offers the perfect blend of adventure, history, and high-altitude charm. Originally a 19th century gold rush town, Breck has transformed into one of America's coolest places to live without losing its soul. Now, it's no secret. Breckenridge is on the pricey side. The median home price sits around $1 million, and even a modest one-bedroom rental can hit $2,500 a month. But the lifestyle payoff is immense. The cost of living may be 30% higher than the national average, but you're also getting year-round recreation, top-notch schools, and some of the cleanest air in the U.S. Weather here is a snow lover's dream. Winters bring over 300 inches of snow, while summers are sunny and mild with highs around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. With 300-plus days of sunshine a year, the mountain views are nearly constant, whether you're skiing, biking, or sipping coffee on your porch. Breckenridge is also incredibly safe, with crime rates about 65% lower than the national average. And although it feels like a world away, it's only a 90-minute drive to Denver, giving you access to big city amenities. Downtown Breck is iconic, lined with 1800s-era buildings, cozy pubs, artisan bakeries, and shops selling everything from mountain gear to handmade jewelry. The art scene is vibrant, with music festivals, theaters, and craft fairs throughout the year. This town attracts outdoor enthusiasts, remote workers, retirees, and families alike. If you want a high-quality, high-altitude lifestyle surrounded by alpine beauty and endless trails, Breckenridge is your kind of paradise. It's the ultimate mix of wild adventure and mountain luxury, all wrapped up in one perfect snow-dusted package. Number 1. Woodstock, Vermont. Woodstock is the kind of town that feels like a well-kept secret passed between poets, painters, and peaceful souls. Tucked into central Vermont with a population of just 3,000, it's where covered bridges stretch over babbling brooks, and centuries-old maple trees line the streets like nature's own parade. Let's talk cost of living. It's manageable. Median home prices sit around $450,000, and rents hover near $1,300 per month. That's pretty reasonable for a town this beautiful, especially when utilities and groceries stay within 5 to 8% of the national average. Plus, Vermont's property tax credits help ease the financial load for retirees and full-time residents. Weather? You'll get all 4 seasons in full swing. Summer highs average 77 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for swimming holes and scenic hikes. Winters are chilly, with 80 inches of snow blanketing the area, ideal for cozy fireplaces and cross-country skiing through nearby trails. Fall is truly breathtaking, with golden and crimson leaves turning every corner into a painting. Safety is stellar. Crime rates are 65% lower than national averages. Woodstock has excellent healthcare access and strong school systems, which makes it attractive for both families and retirees looking for community and peace of mind. Downtown Woodstock looks like a movie set, but it's 100% real. There's a classic general store, a quaint library, locally owned cafes, art galleries, and boutiques selling handmade everything. You can stroll across the middle-covered bridge, hike Mount Tom, or visit the historic Billings Farm, all within walking distance. Woodstock isn't just beautiful, it's intentional. The pace is slower, the people are warmer, and the landscape is unforgettable. Whether you're sipping cider in autumn or sledding down a snowy hill, life here feels grounded and meaningful. If paradise had a zip code, it would definitely be Woodstock, Vermont.